All right. It's, Sup, ladies and gentlemen, Ackle here, and welcome back to each and every one of you. And of course, if you're watching this over on YouTube, remember you're watching a VOD. You should come watch live. The link is in the description down below. I very much appreciate you all, and welcome back. It is, of course, Thursday, I think, Thursday the 7th. Doing another quick early stream because power goes out later, and then I can't stream. It's fun. It's fun. I'm really having the time of my life. Don't worry about that. As long as you guys are enjoying it, and as long as, you know, the streams aren't so early that you literally can't make it or can't join, I think I'm good with that. I wish I could go back to the normal stream time, because that means I can start playing games again, you know, and I don't have to. I don't have to worry about being cut off, but it does not appear as if that is on the cards, at least not right away. It's probably going to take a few more, let's say, a few more weeks for my country to sort out their shit. And even then, it might not happen, because they've said that they will return to pre-strike levels in, I think, about 2 weeks. Pre-strike levels just mean going back down to stage 2 load shedding. It doesn't remove load shedding. Like, load shedding is still a thing, and it's still going to happen. It just sort of, you know, means it's not stage 4 anymore. So I genuinely don't know. Anything can happen at this point. It sucks. It sucks, believe me. I hate it. Lord Squid, how you doing, brother? Anyways, I mean, fuck. At least we can stream. I guess that's what we should keep in the back of our heads, is that at least we can stream. Can't stream as often as we want, but, you know, go stop. How you doing, brother? I'm doing good. You know, actually, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Lunari, how you doing? I wish I could say I'm doing good, but that would be a lie. Long time no see. Yeah, Lunari, it's been a fucking age. Although I was here yesterday. I did stream for a short time yesterday, you know, but that's, yeah, we're doing steel streams right now. You guys just have to keep your eyes open, be quick on your feet, you know, to really fucking get in there. As soon as you see the fucking notification, insta in here, because we only have a few hours. We have to make it count. Every single fucking hour counts. Overlord Nate Night? No, you missed. I miss you a lot. Dude, I was here yesterday. Were you guys not here yesterday? Flinderoinkies, how you doing? You have to be here immediately, bro. Like, fucking get in here. You have to wait here, basically. Otherwise, you miss the stream. I can't wait to go back to normal streams, dude. You have no idea. It's going to be so good when I can finally stream like a normal human being and play games. Oh, my God, and play games, bro. D-Rocker, how you doing? Yeah, we'll see, right? We'll see. Dude, I'm looking at something here that looks incredible. This is not necessarily going to be the best reaction. I literally just saw it on my like, look at this fucking thing. Just take a look at this. How to make emerald marine chocolate mint tart. The fuck is that? Are you guys seeing that? Why would you pause? Oh my God, that thing was in my feed too. It's viral. It's 16 million views, bro. Yeah, of course it's fucking viral. That is insane. Of course it's viral. Triple chocolate cake? I want to see this. I want to see what this is about. Fuck it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. There's usually no speaking on these. Like, the guy doesn't speak at all during these. He just makes the cake, and you just get to see. It's really cool. I'm here because someone called called me a degenerate. Alivarius, but you are a degenerate fuck. It's not even, don't pretend. Don't sit here for a moment and go, oh, I'm not degenerate. Of course you are. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. This ASMR, like, fucking cooking thing have gotten out of hand. Lucas, how you doing, brother? Very happy to have you here. Like, everyone seems to be doing ASMR cooking these days. Fucking toaster, bro. Are you, though? Oliverius, what would make you a toaster? Is it really that hot at the moment? This is what I mean. Like, why the ASMR stuff? Like, the mic is so heavily turned up. Like, you should be able to hear every single thing that's happening. I want to see how you make this. I can't eat shit like this, but it's always nice to watch. It's always nice to watch. There's just so much sugar. What the fuck is ASMR? I seem to be out of the loop. ASMR is like auditory response stuff, right? So it's all about like getting an audio explosion. If you have headset on and you're listening to this, like, you can hear every single thing, and for some people that just kills them, being able to hear every single thing that's going on. They somehow respond quite heavily to that. You hear how loud that shit is? I don't know why. Some people fucking love that crap. I just want to see what this is all about. I don't even give a fuck. I just want to see how you make a chocolate tart look like emerald. I can't bake. I can't bake for shit. Stuff triggers my misophonia? What the hell's misophonia? I can't bake. I can cook. I love cooking. I hate baking. Just fucking swallow it with the with the fucking shell and everything. Just swallow it. Yeah, sure. No one can do that. Wait, who said Riot is making an ARPG? This is gonna be this is yeah. I if I made this, it would not look like good at all. Previewed in 2020. Give me the link to that. Let me see. Because I know they're making an MMO RPG. I did not know that they're making an ARPG as well. Oh shit! You know what we have to watch? We have to watch the CD Projekt Red 20-year anniversary. I completely forgot that was yesterday. So fuck that, I know exactly what we need to watch. From the rankings, I've tried to make flapjack once, or what you guys call pancakes, like fluffy pancakes. I tried to make that once. It didn't work. It didn't rise the way, like, fluffy pancakes. It was flat as fuck. So, I'm pretty sure I followed the recipe, because it's not like a hard recipe. It still didn't fucking work. Voicey TV, how you doing, brother? We're doing well, man. We're watching chocolate cake being made, or chocolate tart being made. Alright, D-Rocker, I'm gonna check that link in a minute. If anything Riot is doing right now, I really want to fucking see. Waffles are much better and easier. Only if you have a waffle maker, Shamanita, and I don't have a fucking waffle maker. From my mom, they got 14-hour load. Jesus! 14 hours? This guy's good, Flinderoikis. This guy is not... He doesn't fucking kid around. He's pretty good. The blind bake. Giving it a blind bake first. Alright. I don't know how I feel about maple shit being inside there. But hey, you know. Alivarius, wait, are you one of those people that go, oh my god, I feel like pancakes. Get all the ingredients together, just throw it all in your mouth, mix it and fucking eat it. And you're like, oh, that was good. That's pancakes. It doesn't taste like pancakes, but it's all the ingredients of pancakes, which is literally all I wanted. I just needed the ingredients of pancakes. It's not how it works, right? You have to make it first, otherwise it's fucking horrible. Jaco, how you doing? Baking has too much, like, fluff. It's too much shit that you have to do when you bake. Cooking is easy. Just throw shit in there and wait and see if it works. Alright. I don't know if the egg made it look good, though. The egg made it almost look weird. Chocolate ganache is, like, the craziest fucking thing to me, dude. It's just crazy how you can take chocolate and make it look so, like, glistening. It just shines. How the fuck is that even possible? That's insane. You put cream in there, like a bit of hot cream? Or are you gonna do it over, like, boiling water? Jaco, you like the sound? Yeah, it's ASMR, bro. Alright, here we go. Look at how it, like, once it all combines, look at how shiny that is. Fuck, that looks so good. Like, tell me you wouldn't just take that and go, fucking all in mouth, man. Rockman, you bastard. Thanks for the deal. What's up, dude? Really appreciate that. 4 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind, brother. How you doing, man? Oh, that does look good. Oh. I would eat it just like that, bro. Like, just straight up. Just like that. Get in my belly. Put in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Alright, here we go. Dwaki-gaki, oh yeah. This would suck so much trying to make shit like this. Because how would you not just go, yeah, fuck it, this is ready. Let's do this. Because I would wager the greatest thing on a pie is the crust. No matter what the filling is, the crust makes a pie always better. Alcohol. Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't have the patience for this. And then some water, and then I'm assuming gelatin. He's gonna have to do gelatin, right? Like, how else is he gonna get it thick? You have to do gelatin. You're not going to be able to get that thick. Wait, what? Did he throw gelatin in there? I didn't see him throw gelatin in there. But it all already looks thick. You have a cake dealer? How you doing, bro? Yeah, but sugar... Wait, sugar wouldn't make it go, like... Sugar wouldn't make it go thicker? Ah, so he used agar. Ah, okay, okay. All right, all right. Dude, that looks incredible. Like, let's wait, let's see here. Dude, does that not look fucking crazy? That's fucking crazy, dude. Wow. I don't know if it would taste good, but it certainly looks fucking fantastic. All right. There's a lot of moisture underneath. I don't know if I like the moisture underneath, though. Pancakes and Waffles? Hey, Pancakes and Waffles is good. Don't knock it. Yeah, there's one problem with this entire thing. The filling does not stick to the crust. You could just see it there. Like, the crust breaks away from the filling. I don't like that. Because it just fucks up your bites. You need, if you want to get a good bite, you want to be able to get the filling as well as the crust all in one. CDJ, how you doing, brother? Baking accomplishment was making a no-bake Oreo cheesecake. I've never done that. What's the blue gelatin flavor? Valakir, I have no idea. Like, he said at one point here, let me show you. Like, he showed the bottles, at least, that he was using. So, that's what he used. What's that? It's Menthe Verde, whatever the fuck that means. And then whatever the hell. So, here, it's mojito mint syrup, blue curacao syrup, and green mint syrup. So those are the ones, that's what he used. I don't bake. So I have no idea. All right, wait, let's see this D-Rocker. I quickly want to see, this link that you shared. Here we go. So this is Riot Games RPG Project F and Project L. Riot Games MMO details. Let's quickly see here. This is from 2020 already. Alright, normal League of Legends stuff. You said it's from 37, right? Are you talking about this? You're talking about this game? Isn't this, Natrix, how you doing? I've just watched your latest YouTube vid on Arcus. Amazing, loved it and subbed. However, I was curious. Why did your power go out? Vaccinatrix, thanks for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. And also for the follow. Really appreciate it. My power goes out because my country doesn't have enough electricity for everyone. So they just switch off the power like 3 or 4 times a day for 2.5 hours at a time. To make sure that everyone gets... to stop a full system blackout from happening. So that's why. But also appreciate the sub. And I'm very happy to hear that you enjoyed it. I mean, we'll see if all of these games... So one of the things that people need to keep in mind when it comes to Riot Games, and we do actually have a conversation about Riot Games, so we'll just make this all part of the same thing, I suppose. But one of the things that people need to keep in mind when it comes to Riot Games is the fact that Riot Games are notorious for cancelling games. For 10 years, for a full decade, there was only League of Legends. Robotic Unicorn, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Really appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, hearts in chat. Gifted subs all round. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Robotic. Riot Games is notorious. For a decade, it was only League of Legends. They kept promising other games to come out. They kept teasing other games to come out, and it just never happened. It just never happened. Like, Riot Games will cancel so many projects before they launch it. And I think that makes sense considering the fact that so far, every single game that Riot Games have launched have been an incredible success. I don't know of a single game that Riot Games have launched that didn't become successful. So they have the money, they clearly have the background, and they're very particular to only launch a game if they know it's going to do well and if they know that people are actually going to want to play it for a really long time. So that's good, but you have to... Yeah, so they're basically Blizzard 10 years ago, where, you know, the vast majority of games end up on the cutting room floor just because they're not interested. So I wouldn't hold my breath for an ARPG. What I can tell you guys, though, which is, I guess, just, you know, one of them things. Let's go to profile, because this is kind of, well, It's starting, ladies and gentlemen, and it is probably gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. This is just the first. So Riot Games is actually increasing the price of League of Legends microtransactions worldwide. MC Bubblegum, how you doing? Thanks for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm hoping the Riot MMO is not an ARPG. So Bubblegum, I know for a fact that the Riot MMO isn't an ARPG. Ghost Scroll have spoken about it. It is. So right now they're sort of going from... Ghostcrawler asked a couple of months ago, actually. He asked on Twitter whether people liked tab targeting or action combat more. You wouldn't ask that if it's an ARPG, right? If it's going to be ARPG, you wouldn't ask that because an ARPG can't really do tab targeting. It's literally in the name, right? It has to be action RPG. So, yeah. So we know that it's going to be more like a traditional MMO. Third-person view, most likely. It's not going to be isometric, and it's not going to be click-to-move or any bullshit like that. So you don't have to worry about that. But Riot Games is increasing the price of League of Legends microtransactions worldwide. All right, so Riot has announced that it's soon going to increase the price of League of Legends in-game currencies. From August 19, the prices of RP and TFT coins will increase in most regions in which the game operates, and the publisher has a laundry list of reasons why. Worldwide inflation, currency fluctuations, maintaining fair price between and within regions, consistency across our products, and other associated cost increases. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening. You can bet your ass this is the moment that the gaming industry have been waiting for. They've wanted to increase prices of normal video games from $60 to $70 for a really long time. The inflation worldwide now gives them that opportunity. So we'll probably soon see almost all AAA video games go to the $70 price tag, which is going to put a lot more pressure on consumers that already can't afford to really buy video games. It's just going to mean less people are going to buy video games, so we'll see if that gamble works out for them. You know, does the increase in revenue from $10 extra per game actually lead to, you know, increases in revenue across the board? But we're going to see prices within cash shops increase as well, and they're going to quote, you know, inflation. They're going to say inflation is getting bad, so we have to increase our prices. The publisher adds that it conducts an annual review of its pricing, and this usually results in changes to a handful of regions. But this year's analysis identified economic shifts on a global scale, hence the worldwide impact. There's something about everyone being poorer and the price of Fantasy Spacebox increasing, but I can't quite put my finger on it. This is what we spoke about yesterday. This is where the gaming industry starts to struggle. Now, do I think something like Riot Games or a company like Riot Games is necessarily going to struggle? The answer, most likely, not so much, because all of their purchases are still optional. And one could argue that a League of Legends champion does have some value to it, even though it is completely digital. It does have value, right? Because you want to play the champion. It's a new way of playing the game. Therefore, it has value. It has about the same amount of value as a new game does. Especially if League of Legends is the only game you play, then a new champion could feel like you're playing a new game, at least for a few weeks. So there's some artificial value there, at least. Where I think companies are going to start struggling will be companies that bank on cosmetic-only rewards. I think that's going to get harder and harder to justify. I also think companies that bank on pay-to-win elements will probably find it harder and harder to convince customers that it's a good idea to purchase it, just because fewer and fewer people now have money to spare. And if you don't have money to spare, are you really going to buy something off the cash shop? I would argue probably no, especially in games that you're paying already. So I think games like World of Warcraft, ESO, even Final Fantasy are going to start to see a massive decline in the amount of cash shop purchases within their games as time goes on. Of course, it's going to take longer for the whales to get wiped out by the recession, or get them to the point where they don't want to buy stuff with the cash shop, but I think ultimately it is going to happen if, of course, things keep getting worse and worse. Okay, so Riot is going to run some promotions before the price increase, at least with double coins on every purchase from July 14th to July 31st. After this period, prices will return to normal before the increases hit on August 19. Are you a whale, though, D-Rocker? Give me some of that whale money. Notable takeaways are that, as per usual, the UK gets a bit screwed. The average price change for UK LoL players is a 10.9% increase, whereas for European and American players, the increase is 9.8%. Not that big, right? Canada gets a 9.9% increase. The LoL creator notes that it's taken the opportunity to address some issues, such as making it so every region has a single transaction way to acquire 1,350 RP champion skins or 1380 RP TFCTC arena skins. There has been happier news for wallet-conscious LoL fans recently with the announcement that all League champions and Valorant agents will be included. Oh my god, this is actually something that I didn't keep in mind. Oh, I didn't keep that in mind. Okay, never mind. I think Riot is just using this as an excuse. I completely forgot about this. Remember, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you'll be able to get access to all of the champions within League of Legends for free. Well, for free, for $15 a month. Which means that's why Riot is increasing the money for skins. Why they're increasing the price for skins. Because ultimately, people will pay the $15 a month, play League of Legends, get access to all of the champions, but if they, they still want to buy skins, the skins are just going to be a little bit more expensive now, so they're just making sure that they're not actually losing money on this Game Pass move, because I would argue the vast majority of money for League of Legends usually comes from champions, because more people will buy champions than what they will buy skins, I think. And then, of course, Valorant agents are going to be full on as well. So they're just trying to increase. Well, basically, I think they're trying to break even, as it were. Almost nobody buys champs with RP, though. Literally don't know anybody. I know quite a few people that buy champions with RP, myself being one of them. I don't play League of Legends enough to actually get any of the in-game currency to buy champions, Lunari. Because all I do in League of Legends is play bot games. Because I just care about farming up until 10 minutes. Like, I play only for 10 minutes at a time. And I just want to see how much can I farm in 10 minutes. Like, I need to hit, with every single champion in the game, I need to hit at least 120 minions in 10 minutes. It's not always possible. Sometimes I can do it easy. Like, Ezreal's fucking easy to do that with. Lucian is fucking easy to do that with. But there are champions like Fiddlesticks is really fucking hard to do that with. Most of your melee champions like Garrus is like... Or Garen is really difficult to do that with. But yeah, that's sort of what I do. Been playing Path of Exile here, free and quite good. I think there's going to be more and more price increases across the gaming industry as things continue to unfold, as it were. Games like Riot, Riot was probably just the first to do this, but I imagine we're going to see an increase, and this is bad news for all MMO players, but I imagine we're going to see an increase to MMO prices very soon. I imagine Blizzard is probably going to announce at some point towards the end of the year. We'll most likely get the announcement that, prices might rise from $15 to, say, $16 or $17 per month for access to World of Warcraft. The only thing that could probably stop Blizzard from doing that is the lack of popularity within World of Warcraft right now. If they do that, they may actually dissuade what few players they have left playing the game from actually being willing to pay that. Let's ask chat here. How many of you would be willing to pay $17 a month for World of Warcraft? So if WoW, if WoW was $17 a month, that would be still fine for you. You could justify $17 a month. Still stage 4. Robuson, how you doing, bro? Thanks for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. So we have 3 no's. We have 1 yes so far. 2 yeses. So what is the price point for those of you that is yes? I already swapped over to FF. So if they hiked up the price, I probably wouldn't give it a thought. Well, I think Final Fantasy is also going to hike up their prices, right? So let's not talk about World of Warcraft. Let's just talk about your favorite MMO. So whatever MMO that is, what is the price point at which you will start to go, yeah, that's too much for me. I would love to keep playing, but that is a little bit too heavy for me. Plus 3 retainers, because you have to get 2 months at once. 20 would be the max for me. After that, I go private server. I think 20 would probably be enough, right? Ian can shove a cactus up his ass for $70. Within the game, price point, Echo, I am a whale. Okay, 25 per month, probably 20, but I would unsub when I'm done with content. Interesting. So people, some of you would probably be able to convince yourself of paying the $20, but then you would restrict the amount of months that you pay. That's also an interesting thing, because MMOs can actually allow you to do that. So you'll sub, you'll do what you need to do, like do all the story and, you know, maybe get all of your shit, and then you'll unsub, whereas previously you would have just kept it sub. It's going to be difficult for MMO companies to hike their prices. Something like Riot Games increasing the League of Legends microtransactions, it's not going to affect a lot of people, and those who do want microtransactions and will pay for it, probably will be able to pay for it, you know, at least 9% is not that big of an increase, so they might still be able to do it. Guess 20 until I run out of content, like 2-3 months. Depends if it's like Final Fantasy 14, I'm sub to keep my house when my static finishes the raid tier. Final Fantasy is actually going to be probably the one that, because in World of Warcraft, the only thing that happens if you don't pay your sub in WoW is, well, you don't get to play and you fall behind quite far. Final Fantasy, if you're into housing, the price of not paying a sub is actually much more expensive, right? Because you could lose your house. I'm assuming that's not something a lot of housing people want, is losing their houses. So Final Fantasy might be a bit harder for people to quit. I wonder how this is going to impact people, because it's easy to sit here and say, oh yeah, I don't care, $20 is nothing. But once it happens, you may actually start questioning, you know, you might actually revisit that decision and be like, oh, $20 is still a lot of money now. I will say, though, if they do up their prices for... I don't even have to say this, because I already know what's going to happen. Almost all MMOs are going to have to... They're going to be forced to go back to sub being the main moneymaker for them. Because I don't see cash shops and MMOs continuing to grow. Not with the global recession coming. Not with people going to lose their jobs. And once people lose their jobs, or when people get sort of your hours reduced, if you're starting to live quite close to like borderline poverty... or borderline, I basically get enough money to sustain myself. You're not going to spend $20 a month on a game and then also buy stuff off the cash shop. So for most games, they're just going to... This is actually the moment we've all been waiting for. I really wish it didn't come with a recession where people are going to get hurt. But this is the moment we've been waiting for, right? The moment where gaming companies realize that their models aren't sustainable. That their models are going to start falling apart. They've made their money in the worst possible way, and now that have opened them up to recession fears. Previously, remember we discussed this yesterday, gaming companies have historically been recession-proof. No matter what happens in the economy, gaming goes up, because pound for pound, it is the cheapest form of entertainment in the world. This is, of course, until the gaming industry decided to turn everyone into a walking ATM. But what happens when those ATMs finally dry up? How do you make money now? You're going to have to go back to $60 a month or $60 for a game. That's how you make your money. There is no cash shop purchases. People can convince themselves of paying $60 for your game, but they can't convince themselves to then also spend subsequent money on the cash shop. So you're going to have to go back to normal single-player games in order to make some money. You're going to have to go back to your subscription is how you get money, nothing else, because people aren't supporting you in the cash shop. It's going to be a wake-up call for a lot of gaming companies. Why, Akko, why do you say that? I have nearly every store mount in WoW. what did I say, King Julian? That's your prerogative, but remember, you can afford to do that right now. But what happens if tomorrow you lose your job, King Julian? What happens if interest rates keep climbing and inflation keeps climbing to the point where you're basically wiped out? You now only earn enough in order to survive. Like, you can pay your rent and you can buy food, and then you have maybe $100 left. So here's the thing, okay? Let's talk about it this way. Imagine everything keeps going up, and eventually you get to a point, because this is usually what happens with recessions. It gets to a point where you have, after you've paid everything and you've bought your food, you have $100 left. That's it. You have $100 left. Now, you could spend that $100 in the cash shop, right? You could do that, and that's not going to be an issue. But that's going to mean you're not going to be able to do anything else. So there's going to be no takeout. There's going to be no going to the cinema. There's going to be literally nothing else. You're going to pay for stuff on a cash shop, which has no value other than the perceived value that you've added to it. Are you going to convince yourself that that is something that you want to buy? Would you be able to convince yourself of that? Still going to pay for all the Patreon subs? Mr. Freetag? So there's an argument. We went through this yesterday. I think that content creators are going to hurt as a result of this, because yes, people are going to start asking themselves, wait, can I afford to pay all this? But I think at the end of the day, the people that's really going to get wiped out are the people that have built their entire sort of business model on the backs of their communities. They're probably going to hurt really badly. In my case, the community adds about a third of all of my income. So if I take all the money that I make on Twitch and all the money that I make on Patreon, it's about a third of my income. The rest comes from advertising and stuff like that, and I survive on what I make on YouTube. I don't use any of the money that I make on Twitch or on Patreon. That goes to paying the editor and stuff like that. So I've tried as much as I can not to put the burden on you guys to support my lifestyle as much as I can, but I'm probably still going to get fucked, right, as a result of this recession. The truth is, I think no one is going to walk away from this unscathed, but the one thing that could save content creators is entertainment. As far as entertainment goes, paying $5 a month for a Twitch sub for hours upon hours of entertainment, if of course you find this stuff entertaining, is probably cheaper than anything else, right? It's once a year. I buy something off the shop. If I was going to lose my job, it would have happened by now. King Julian, why would it have happened by now? We're only beginning. We're at the start of this recession, bro. It's still coming. Throws my mind. I do appreciate that. No, I would urge anyone in this chat, if you start to feel the pinch and you're starting to struggle, stop your subscription to me. I'm still gonna be here. I'll still be here to entertain you because I love this. But I would rather you eat than you feel like you have to give me money. Alco Vex, how you doing, brother? So yeah, I think it's a rough time. It's a rough time, and it's going to be interesting to see what the gaming industry does. Remember, we covered that story yesterday in Eurogamer, where it shows that the gaming industry is going down. Like, it's literally going down for the first time in its history. It's losing value. It's going to see a decline in financials for the first time in its history. So the gaming industry is going into its first ever recession. And only once before did the gaming industry go through a crash, and that was in the 1980s. The gaming industry crashed completely. Do you guys know why the gaming industry crashed in the 1980s? Let me tell you, and then you tell me if you see similarities. Atari at the time was basically the king of consoles. Atari got into this business model of basically releasing a new Atari every single year with no differences. Like, there was zero difference between one console to the next. It was just a different name and a slight change to the type of cartridge that you can put into it. Graphics wasn't increased. The hardware wasn't increased. It was basically the same fucking thing. And games, every single game that launched was just basically a carbon copy of everything that came before. They basically had games running on a fucking like conveyor belt, just printing games as much as possible. And then came the infamous E.T. game, a game that at the time was basically a license to print money. E.T. was huge, everyone was into it, and it was a miserable failure. Just miserable. There is literally a landfill full of E.T. games. They threw away, this is how scumbag they were, by the way. They didn't just give them away, they threw away millions of copies of E.T. This was the start of the gaming crash. What happened after that? Well, companies learned. We got a better gaming industry. Suddenly, companies were working around the clock to make their games better, bigger, more involved, bring better graphics to people. PC started to evolve. Consoles started to evolve. We were no longer just rushing to be first. We actually wanted to make sure that what we bring to the player is good and that it's worth them spending that money on. And what happened since then? Can you guys track the similarities between what happened at the end of the 1980s and what happened, what is about to happen in the gaming industry? We're back to what we've been doing in the 1980s. However, the console guys are not really to blame for this, because every single console version is still a massive upgrade on the previous one. But the vast majority of gaming companies are printing games, whether they're good or not. This is signified by things like Madden, things like FIFA, things like Call of Duty, things like Battlefield. It's the same fucking game every single year, just a different name. That's it. They just changed the name to make you feel like you're buying something new, even though you're not actually buying something new, but you feel like you are. We're at the start of the next big gaming crash. And the reason this is beautiful is what comes after a gaming crash is a period of greatness. Because right after the gaming crash, we got things like Diablo 1, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Arcanum, Gothica, Age of Empires, probably a little bit later. Beast and Bumpkins was another game that I fucking loved playing. Icewind Dale. We got great games coming out of that turmoil of the crash of the 1980s leading well up into the 1990s. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes after this. If, of course, something survives. Started with Oblivion, added the damned Armored House DLC. I mean, it's probably going to get worse at the moment, and never will. Still got thousands in my bank account, got plenty of money. That's good for you, King Julian. You clearly don't know how inflation works, but good for you. I'm glad you've got thousands in your bank account. Inflation literally wipes out the value of money. So, cool, I guess. I mean, look, I'm not saying that things are going to get bad, because obviously no one knows that. We can just surmise. But the fact that gaming companies are starting to increase the prices, and a company like League of Legends is not poor, they make billions of dollars every single year. The fact that they're doing it suggests to you that something big is coming. They know that something big is coming, right? It's scary. Scary stuff, bro. Scary fucking stuff. Anyways, don't want to sit here and scare everyone with bullshit. That's definitely not what I'm trying to do. It's just, it's part of the news. Have you played God of War? I did for a while, but I don't like console. So I stopped playing God of War because the console bored the living fuck out of me. I hate console. I hate the controller. I don't like it. So I need to play it on PC, but I've got too many other games that I'm playing right now to even look at God of War. Let me finish XCOM 2 first. Because I'm right now Whatever time I have that I'm not making videos and that I'm not streaming, and when I have electricity, I'm spending that playing XCOM. Because I'm in love with fucking XCOM. Dude, saving the world from an alien invasion, yes please. That's my fucking dream, bro. That's my dream. I saw the Twitch drops, but why would you call that changing? Silvercorp and I have played Divinity Original Sin. I'm yet to finish it, though, but I have played it. Thrall's Mama, if you want to gift me a copy of God of War on Steam, I will fucking take that. I will never say no to a free game. Never. But if you gift it, we'll probably have to play it. I won't have a choice. You're going to force me to fucking play it. Sun Goddess, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate it. 18 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. I'll either stream it on, like, Twitch, or I'll stream it for patrons, Twitch subs, and YouTube channel members on the private streams on YouTube. But I will definitely stream it. I won't have, like, I won't have a viewer buy me a game that I don't stream. That I promise you. And since you are subbed, you will see it. 18 months, how the time flies. Sun Goddess, this is true. This is fucking true. I will also accept any free extra God of War after Akko gets his copy. Evan's fucking getting in there with a beg. just quickly begging. Hey, Evans. How you doing, brother? Because they retired the items a while ago, making them unobtainable after putting them all in a last cash grab bundle. Then they archived them and to make them unobtainable, and now they're back. Yeah, but now they're back as drops, which is basically just advertisement, which is the laziest thing Blizzard could have done, because technically speaking, they could have made new mounts to make drops, right? They didn't have to use mounts. This isn't mounts, it's items, right? It's those cosmetic items that you can get through drops. Like the head, the shoulder stuff. You'll stream any gifted game, even? Depends what you want to gift me. Like, Alcove, if you're going to gift me some anime weeaboo game, I'm probably not going to fucking play that. But, yeah, sure. If you gift me a game, I'll stream it. But, yeah, I won't be streaming some weeaboo fucking game. Like, if you're going to gift me whatever those Steam games boyfriend simulator shit is, that I will not fucking stream. And I'll probably deny the gift as well. I'd be like, nah, never mind. Give the guy his fucking money back. I don't want to play this. Gifting. Don't know how to send it to Akko. Thrall's Mama, I have no idea. Like, if you have my Steam ID is literally Akalon. Pretty sure. Let me just make sure. Because I think you have different... Anonymous, you bastard. Thanks for the $5, dude. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Seven Raven, how you doing? Let me see what my fucking Steam ID is. Okay, here's my friend code for anyone that wants to add me on Steam. You know, if you want to add me, you can do so. That's my friend code. Whatever the fuck that means. Why do you have such problems with consoles, Akko? Because consoles on PCs. I mean, fuck. That's like just the easiest answer ever. If games to the wrong Akalon. Feed for Chan. How you doing, brother? What did you put on for Chan? Feed? Can't you get gift code and send him in Discord or something? I have no idea, Proser. I don't want people. Look, guys, I don't want you to just like spend money on me. Just fucking enjoy the stream. Don't worry about it. if you want to gift me games, I'm not going to say no. Free fucking games is always a good thing. As a gamer, who's not going to play free games? It's like getting free food. Free food always tastes better than paid for food. And free games always play better than paid for games. This is true. Everyone knows that. You just have to understand how to use the controllers. No, I don't need to understand shit. Controllers aren't as good as fucking keyboards. What are you talking about? Okay, so here's your controller, right? Here's your fucking controller. Got a few buttons on it, a few triggers there, and whatever the fuck these analog stupid sticks are, right? That's it. This is your little controller. Here's my fucking keyboard. So many more buttons, so many more things going on there. I can do basically whatever the fuck I want with this thing. I can map all of these keys to different things. You can't do that with your controller. Your controller is limited in what it can ultimately do. I can map all of this to whatever. I could even write a macro on my keyboard that says "fuck you, King Julian" whenever I press that button. Like, just one button that macros to "fuck you, King Julian" right in Twitch chat. You can't do that with a fucking controller, can you? And then you have a mouse as well on this side with nice little buttons right there. Even more buttons to push. Fuck console. You can't do that with console. Classic. This is an Echo stream. My name's King Julian and Echo argue. I mostly play all FPS, so mouse and keyboard, but things like third-party person adventures, I prefer controller. I've only once used this controller, and that was when I briefly owned Dark Souls 1. I hated the controller so much. I went out to buy the controller to play Dark Souls 1, and within 5 minutes, I was like, yeah, fuck this controller. Screw that. I'll play it on mouse and keyboard. And then I got bored, and I just refunded the game. It's like, fuck it, I don't want this. This is clearly not the game for me. Oh shit. Okay, I've got like a bunch of fucking friend guys here. Alright, I've confirmed all of you. There you go. In my opinion, console controller works better with FF and ESO. They were a focus in design, and it shows. Yeah, I still wouldn't play Final Fantasy with a fucking controller. Look, everything your controller can do, my keyboard and mouse can do, but better. Junkie Tiger, I will never buy another PlayStation. I have the PlayStation 4, and it was the biggest waste of my fucking money in the history of money being wasted. Like, hands down, the biggest waste of money. I have used it once to play about 2 hours of God of War 3, and then I went, fuck that, I hate this console bullshit. And since then, I only use it as like a YouTube box so that I don't feel guilty for buying something that I never fucking use. It's basically a very expensive YouTube PlayStation. That's it. And PlayStation, 2 words. So that's all it does. I watch YouTube videos sometimes on it. What did you like about it? I fucking hate console, bro. I want mouse, keyboard. I want a nice, comfortable chair in front of my 32-inch monitor. Easy life. I don't want a console. I just don't understand why you'd need one. I have a PC. Why the fuck would I need a console? Smoke, yeah, but there's a lot of games that I haven't finished yet. I've started Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't finished that either. Wait, Sun Goddess, did you literally just send me My Little Pony? Oh, for fuck's sake. I literally just got. Can I just show this? I genuinely just got this. This is from Sun Goddess. Why in the world would you gift this to me, Sun Goddess? I'm gonna accept it. I'm not gonna play it though. Like, would you like to refund this, Sun Goddess? Would you like to refund it? Because I could decline the gift. I promise you, there is no chance in hell. You could pay me $5 million and I would still, well, actually, for $5 million, I'd suck a hobo. But you could pay me like $500 and I would still not play My Little Pony. It's just, I don't want to be known as that streamer guy that streamed My Little Pony. Because that's forever, right? There's nothing I can do about it. Once I've done that, it is forever. I wouldn't suck a hobo's dick for, like, free. I mean, it's still nasty and dirty, right? I need to be at least... There should be some incentive there. I'll keep it. Maybe you're sometime in the mood. Maybe on the 1st of April. You think I'd ever be in the mood to play My Little Pony? I don't even know what My Little Pony is all about. All right. You know, it's rude to decline a gift. I'll accept this. I'll accept it. Thank you very much, Sun Goddess. I really... Well, I don't appreciate the gift, but thank you, I guess, for My Little fucking... Dude, how am I gonna... I'm never gonna be able to show any of my friends my Steam ever again. Like, I can't show anyone ever again my Steam. Because as soon as I show people my fucking Steam, they go, dude, you have My Little Pony? What the fuck? So, yeah, you guys have seen my Steam page for the last time fucking ever. I will never again show you my Steam page. Because, yeah, I've got fucking My Little Pony now. Sun Goddess, this really is the gift that's just going to keep on giving. Oh, my fuck. Yeah, this is so weird. All right, I see there's more people that added me. I've got you guys. Like herpes. Anyone that checked My Little Pony will see Akko owns it. Oh! Ah! Dude, it's gonna do that thing where your friends see that it's one of the games you own, and then it's gonna suggest to your friends, hey, one of your friends own this game. Do you want to try it out too? It's like My Little Pony. Akalon owns this? What the fuck? Dude, my manhood is destroyed now. Like, I may as well just fucking join the Pride Parade at this point, as, I don't know, like, the fairy godmother or something. There's no way I can show my face again. Like, I'm pretty sure if you play My Little Pony, you have to hand in your heterosexual card. You can't be hetero, like, male and play My Little Pony. There's no way. There's no fucking way, right? Echo Brody confirmed. Wow, Sun Goddess, I don't know what to say. I'm bi anyway. Yeah, if you're bi, you could probably play My Little Pony. Dude, I don't even think most gay guys would play My Little Pony. I would have to hand in my man card and try and take out like a teenage little girl card or some shit. Because that's pretty much the only people I think that fucking play My Little... Not even teenage girls. It would be, at best, like, prepubescent fucking girls that would play... Dude, I'm gonna look like a fucking pedo. Why do you have My Little Pony? Who are you talking to? Why are you playing a game that only little girls are playing? Yeah, I could never show anyone my fucking Steam ever again here. Falling out with the bronies? Who the fuck's the bronies? My sister had some when we was about 8 or something. I got that beard. I'm gay and I play male Pandaren. 66, you're gay and you think that the Arbiter is a good idea. You should never tell people that you're gay because you are giving gay people everywhere a fucking bad name, 66. It's better to just say you're straight. We already have a bad name. You know, it couldn't get any worse. But don't tell people you're gay. It brings the whole gay community down because you like weird shit. Ernest Main, who like My Little Pony. Go down that rabbit hole, please. You already did on stream. Who the fuck is the bronies? What am I gonna find if I fucking Google this, dude? The extremely unexpected adult fans of My Little Pony. Dude. I don't want to be part of this group of people. Like, look at this. Fuck, this is weird. Wow, Sun Goddess. This is the group that I'm now a part of? Even know about bronies? Doc, because people said, oh my god, you're part of the bronies now. I don't know what the fuck the bronies were. Dude, this is weird. You want to know who to fucking arrest? Probably these people. You can't. It's just, you can't. You fucking can't. You can't be an adult and like shit like My Little Pony. There's just no way. These are people that's been stuck in, like, I think stuck in development or something. Like, the development just didn't finish. And then, of course, it would be made sexual, because why wouldn't you take a children thing and make it sexual? Doesn't seem as weird as I expected. It does not seem weird to you? I would say, like, dude, this does not seem weird to you? This to you is perfectly normal. Pre-order an X expansion or pay for the 6-month sub? Neither. Why would you? It looks like you, Akko. Fuck you, bro. Like, Jesus. Just coming in here, immediately throwing out all the insults. What the fuck did I do to you, bro? Like, I'm just hanging out with you guys, and suddenly all these insults are coming. Take a second look at Steam. Oh my god, what did you do now? Oh, Thralls Mama, thank you fucking so much. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm fucking talking about. This is more manly. This is more my style. I can feel my fucking, I can feel my hormones rising already. Some testosterone being injected straight into my balls at this point. Thralls Mama, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Starship Troopers, Terran Command. I didn't even know there's a game like Starship Troopers. It's probably not going to be good, right? It's a real-time strategy game set in the Starship Troopers movies universe. Take command of the mobile infantry and do your part in the war against the arachnid threat. Show that human civilization, not insect, dominates the galaxy now and always. Sun Goddess, I actually do love the Starship Troopers universe, so I really appreciate that one. That is a good one. It was received well, the Starship Troopers. Dude, I loved Starship Troopers. Absolutely fucking adored Starship Troopers. So to get Disco Elysium from stream, I have Disco Elysium. I have not really enjoyed it. I played about, I think, 6 hours of it, and none of it really spoke to me. Stolly, how you doing, bro? Fur needs to make pony icon now. No. We're not doing a pony emote. Fuck you. That's not happening. Wait, I want to see this. I want to see this Starship Trooper game now. How did it know? How did it know? 2 weeks ago. Wait, how old is this fucking game actually? Wait, is this game new? Holy shit, I thought it's like a super old game. Alright, well, let's watch this.
Starship Troopers Terran Command. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Starship Troopers Terran Command is a thrilling
this looks
real-time
good.
strategy game set in the Starship Troopers movies universe. Take
Graphics is
command
already
of the
good.
mobile infantry and do your part in the war against the arachnid threat. Ensure that human civilization, not insect,
Robotic unicorn, my fucking favorite thing in the world. Gifted subs, ladies and gentlemen. Hearts in chat. 5 of you have subs now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind, robotic unicorn. I really appreciate that. We're getting closer to that fucking solar goal. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Robotic unicorn, thank you so much for subbing. Tier 1 sub. How many months is that? 10 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
dominates the galaxy.
King Julian,
now
did I
and
confirm I like fucking unicorns?
Yes, guys, this is Starship Troopers. I've been looking forward to this ever since I played the demo a few months ago. I can't remember when it was. It was a while ago, I know that. I've been really looking forward to getting me mitts on this one. It's not the full game, this. It's half of the campaign. The campaign, I believe, is 20 missions long, and I was given the first 10. A lot of the juicy stuff's in the second half of the campaign, like the mechs and things. So that's why this is kind
real-time
of like
strategy, but
a
can you
review in
build?
progress. I'll be given access.
Can you build stuff? Because real-time strategy has to come with building and shit like that. Worrying that the alpha for DF isn't out yet? I'm not worried too much, because I think it's going to be fine. We'll see, but I think it's going to be fine.
To the rest of it on release on the 16th of June. But I'm going to give you my impressions so far halfway through the campaign.
By the way.
The good and the bad. So first of all, let's start on the good, on the positive notes.
Sun Goddess, you've redeemed yourself. I love you again.
Some of the things that I didn't like, and a lot of people didn't like in the actual demo. The attack move is way better with the way the formations kind of work. It's really, really neat the way you can send your troops through. Your rocket troops will, or mortar troops will automatically hang behind your infantry troops. So it makes it so much easier to equip everybody into the right positions on the battlefield. And it's important that you do, because things happen so fast out there. Half the time you don't get a chance to react. It's just crazy time.
Okay, these soldiers are getting fucked there.
Mental. Another thing that they've fixed is the engineers. They're a 3-man team, and they could block an entire group of machine gunners, assault rifle people from firing, because you can't fire through people in this. Well, they've fixed that. Now it's only squads, full squads, that can block other squads. So you can stand a couple of people in front of a squad, and they'll be able to fire through them.
But I want to see the building stuff. That's the most important part of it for me.
I didn't like that in the actual demo, and they fixed that, so that's all good. The missions themselves, obviously it's a bit of a tutorial at the beginning. You do get to fight the first mission that's in the actual movies as well, which is really cool. I'm not going to show you any of that.
I'm a huge fan of Starship Troopers. So Starship Troopers, what makes Starship Troopers such a good movie, yes, the graphics were bad and the acting was fucking atrocious, but there's an underlying political thing going on that is almost philosophical in fucking nature. It's almost philosophical in nature, which is why I loved Starship Troopers so much. Because once you get into the philosophy of the game, of the movie and the universe, if they got proper actors and like a proper director for Starship Troopers, it could easily be like one of those top grossing kind of films.
The way they've structured the missions in the game, some of them are underground, most of them are on the surface, fighting bug nests and having to hold out at forts. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Well thought out, a lot of them, with some nice objectives that just seem a little bit out of reach, and you've got to really go into the danger zone to get them. And a lot of the time you're fighting for your life. It is quite a difficult game, but you've got to up the difficulty a bit to kind of get it into that realism mode. You know, when I say realism mode, you know, in the way that the movies are. But it's all bottom squelching stuff. You're shitting yourself.
Movies miss the point of the books. The movie is just basic bitch US imperialism. Bad stuff you've seen in countless sci-fi. MMO, I'll tell you what I've spoken to my brother about countless times. One of the things I hate most about adaptations from books to movies is the movies almost always miss the point of the books. Almost always, across the fucking board. Like they so often go for like dramatic value rather than going for what the actual message was, like what the actual message is supposed to be. And yeah, the books is about that sort of the ideological drive. There's like a massive philosophical bend to the books. I've only read like parts of the Starship Troopers books. Admittedly, I've not read all of it. It is on my list of reading though. But I mean, the movies were more. My brother likes to call it what's the word he usually he calls it decadence. It's like one of the it's like one of his biggest issues with modern day like film and movies. It's all about decadence. It's all about selling illusions rather than truth, as it were, right? Or at least trying to derive some form of truth from within like the medium.
A lot of the time when you're out there, especially if you're
Still
taking
don't know if you
a
can
lot of
build,
casualties, if they're starting to get through your defenses, if you're trying to hold off more than one side at a time and you're constantly moving troops to kind of reinforce and calling in reinforcements if you've got the chance. It's brilliant stuff. Really enjoyed it. It's not like a normal RTS game where you build a base and pump out the units. In this, this is more of a tactical real-time game. You don't get to pump out shit tons of units. You don't get to build buildings. There is rudimentary base building, if you like. You can build 2 or 3 buildings that give you access to certain higher tiered troops, but if you don't have the supply points, you can't get them anyway, and supply points are very rare in this game. So a lot of the time, you'll be out trying to keep alive 4 or 5 or sometimes up to 6 squads, and you've got to put them in the right positions, take care of them. They level up, they get more expertise until they become elite, and then they get a little few powers that you can use.
Yeah, I would say maybe for a multiplayer this could work. I prefer to. I love base building. So XCOM is supposed to be about the 4X stuff, right? It's supposed to be the combat. Whenever I have to do combat in XCOM, I actually like want to stop play the game, because what I love more is the base building element. Like, I love building my base and setting up my base and shit. I'm a huge fucking like town builder kind of guy. I love town building stuff.
When they become elite, there's different classes as well. In the first 10 missions, you get snipers, rockets, mortars, machine guns, and things like that. So there's a lot to kind of play with.
I love tactical games,
now,
but the base building is the fun part.
The arachnids is they'll have hives, nests, if you like, underground, and there'll be icons of bugs on that actual nest. And if they are red, that means there's still bugs in the nest, so you don't want to be sending troops in there to blow it, or they'll just get wrecked. So you have to kind of lure the bugs out. Now, to do that, you have to go close to the nest. The closer you get to the nest, the more inclined the bugs are to come out and attack you. But it gets harder. There's also bug holes connected to the nest, which will also spawn. There's a red line moves up from left to right. When that line hits the right hand side, a swarm will come out. So you have to make sure that you're not in the vicinity of a bug hole.
No, I'm not quitting when XCOM combat starts. It just makes me want to quit. Nico Spider, how are you doing? Like, I'm having so much fun building my base, and then I get interrupted while scanning to go do a mission. And then I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. No, let me just build my fucking base, bro. Let me just enjoy this.
When they're coming out, and the way that the maps are designed, sometimes you have to go past a bug hole to get to the hive that's supplying that bug hole, because you can't take out a bug hole. You've got to take out the hive. So it's a really cool mechanic, because it puts you in danger. You've got to think about how you're going to do this. And another thing, if another swarm comes from another part of the map, because there'll be bug holes all over the map, while you're trying to blow a nest, if you send guys in and some more arachnids come around the corner, that's it. They'll run in the hole and kill your men.
To protect
so
the back.
You have to be careful. It's kind of like surgery taken out of certainly in the later missions it is. In the early missions they're all kind of easy.
I
but
love
in the
city
later
builders.
Missions, it's like performing surgery. You've got to think about it tactically. You've got to make sure you're covering your guys as they're going in to blow these things, or you're going to be in deep shit. And the way the game is, you can't really afford to lose too many troops. If you take a bit of a battering, and some of your troops is down in numbers. You might have a squad of 8 down to maybe there's only 3 left. What you can do is get them to one of your radio bases, or if you've got a portable radio operator, you can call in reinforcements, and you do get a never-ending supply of reinforcements, which might sound...
Cena, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm definitely going to be playing this. Definitely.
A bit easy, but it's not, because you've got to get them
it's no base building, but it still looks fun.
While they're reinforced and they're out of action, and because you only have a small amount of squads, one squad out of action can be devastating. You need every bullet you can get. It's just crazy. There are things that I don't like, which I'll go into now. The sound's better, but it's still not amazing. They have added some screaming and yelling and bug noises and stuff. It just still feels that little bit kind of lifeless at times, not all the time. Also, as well, on the sound, sometimes you'll get echoes when it really shouldn't be. It's great in the caves, you get nice echo, but sometimes just walking down a valley, you get a cave echo, which is a bit odd. But the biggest problem I've got with the game is the hand-holding. Very disappointed that they've opted for this hand-holding.
How do you mean you can't blob your units together?
And he kind of tells you what to do. I mean, you get your briefing at the beginning of the mission, which is fine, you need that. And then it should just leave you. But it doesn't. This CO, I wish he'd just shut the f*** up. He's constantly saying, oh, by the way, if you get men over there and you get another men over there, that's a great place to ambush. It's like, shut up, mate. I want to do that myself. That's my job, isn't it, as the player? These are my troops. I tell them where to fucking go, not you. I want to do that. I was coming along this ravine.
This dude is molding out over the fucking in-game commander, telling him what to do.
And I noticed that it narrowed a really good bottleneck, and at either sides of the narrow there was cliffs where I could place my men, and there was barrels in this area. It was kind of telegraphed that there was something bad going to happen here, and I just instinctively thought, right, get to the high ground, lads. I'll have my snipers up there, my rocket troops up there, and I thought I'll just send one squad along there to trigger the enemy, because I could tell that there was going to be an ambush, but I was ambushing the ambushee. But as I sent my guy along, a cutscene came along from me. CO, this is a great place for an ambush. You should put troops up there. Oh, we've got fucking troops up there, mate. What are you doing?
Can you hear that? Bugs are coming. Set up an ambush on the high ground. Hold fire until the bugs are square in the kill zone.
And then all of a sudden the arachnids go marching along.
I can see why that would be annoying.
Ambushing them, and it just felt all awful. It was a situation that could have felt great if I'd just been left to do it myself. We're not stupid, you know. Well, some gamers are, but you know, it's like, let us play the damn games. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but these things happen certainly 3 or 4 times as I'm playing, and it just served to piss me off and break immersion, really. And I just wish developers would realise that gamers aren't fucking morons. We can work shit out, you know. Just
some gamers are morons, though.
Give us an objective, right? Take your troops over there. That's what you got to do. How you do that's entirely up to you. If you all go out there and you just act like pricks and get slaughtered, well, tough. It's not the end of the world. We can restart it, you know. We don't die IRL. Let us learn by our mistakes. That's all I'm saying. It could also do with a couple of quality of life issues. My main one being snipers. They shoot way further than everybody else, hence the name sniper. And they're great for taking out the arachnids' long-range spitters. But you have to manually tell them to do that. It would be much nicer to just have a little toggle saying only engage arachnid spitters, and that would save you the micro that you have to do.
Yeah, but I mean,
in pretty much
the reason I wouldn't agree with him here is because the whole game seems to be set up around micromanagement. If they didn't want you to micromanage, they would have given you the ability to build bases, you know, and towers and stuff like that, because then it becomes an actual RTS game. Whereas if you're not micromanaging, what the fuck are you doing? Because then you're just moving your troops into position. You tell your troops exactly what to do, when to do it, and you know, Bob's your uncle. You don't have to do anything else. So I don't agree with that take. It's sort of
battle. Overall, though,
what else would you fucking do?
I really enjoyed. I can't wait to play the next 10 missions. I wish it had skirmish. Not bothered about multiplayer at all in a game like this, but I would love to have had AI skirmish with procedurally generated maps. But it's such a cheap game. It's only like £23, I think, which for a game like this, that's as well thought out as this, is pretty much a steal so far. I'm giving it 7 out of 10 for the first half of the campaign.
I don't think I've ever played Reddit.
Probably up from there, unless they make a complete dog's dinner of the second half. But thoroughly enjoyed my time
this is
playing
good.
it. But
Dawn
there
of
you go,
War,
guys. That's
was
Starship
also
Troopers
based on
Current
this
Command.
formula.
So far, so good.
Dawn of War, is that the Warhammer 40k games? Because I still really want to play like the Dawn of War games. Because apparently those are the only really good 40k games. So I would fucking love to play that shit. But anyway, Sun Goddess, thank you so much for the purchase. I really appreciate this. This is good. 1 is really good. 2 is alright. Play it online multiplayer. Why would I play online multiplayer? That makes no sense. Timberborn. Sun Goddess, what the hell is this? Humans are long gone. Will your lumberpack beavers do any better? A city building game featuring ingenious animals, vertical architecture, river control, and deadly droughts. So I'm playing with beavers? All right. I'll give it a go. Hey, it's a city builder. I like city builders. I'm a huge fan. So I appreciate the gift. You guys are far too fucking kind. Cult of the Lamb, not an RTS, but cute as well. Demonic 2. I don't know what that is, though. Check out Starfield. Wait, isn't Starfield the fucking game from Bethesda? Like, we've already checked that out, Doc. We've already checked that out, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen with Starfield. I'm not... Dude, how is this 2 hours long? There's no way. Where is this anniversary event now? What the hell's going on? Hold up, chat. Robotic, I've got you added. I saw it here. Here we go. What's the big news with Riot? Salty fries, we've already covered that. Let me... Oh, for the love of fuck. Why would you not let me click on this? Okay, that link does not work. So let's try... Oh, okay, here we go. Streams? How long was the stream? I'm looking at the CD Projekt Red anniversary stream. I'm not entirely sure if they announced anything. Does anyone know?
Hello and welcome to the first 20th anniversary stream.
It's lagging like shit
stream.
On that website.
My name is Pavel Busha and I am joined by a whopper.
I'm just gonna... Dawn of War 2 is a bit like XCOM, no building, but RPG mechanics for your squad, but also real-time combat. Dawn of War 1, does that have building? Yes, it's the price increases, Adelia. I realized why Bane stayed on the steps in Oribos, Thrall found Draka, Talia found Bolvar, Jaina kind of found Arthas, Anduin saw Varian. Poor Bane didn't get to see his loved one, so sat down in protest against the Newser because he didn't get to see Kern. It's as good an example or reason as any, right? Although I still believe that the reason we didn't see Bane is because his story got scrapped. I think Blizzard did have a story planned for Bane, and due to time constraints or perhaps moving of resources, they decided just not to put it in there. I don't know why.
Hello and welcome to the first 20th anniversary stream. My name is Pavel Busha and I am joined by a whopper of a guest, Marcin Iwiński. If you don't know Marcin, he is the co-founder and joint CEO of CD Projekt. Wow. Good to see you, man. How are you?
Wow. Good to see me and good to see you as well. I'm great, thank you. Thank you for
Awesome.
having me.
It's my pleasure.
We are going to talk about ancient history, so that's why I'm here, right?
Yes, we're going to talk about Witcher 1. And the fun thing is,
You see, this is what you need if you're gonna do a stream like this. You can see it's not scripted, right? At least not from his side. I think the intro may have been scripted, but he doesn't seem to be following a script. He seems to just be like fucking there, right? Trying to make jokes and shit. But he's a developer. They don't make jokes, not good ones, anyways. But this is the. Imagine if World of Warcraft was being announced this way.
that we're going to be
People
doing
having a
these
chat.
streams on a weekly basis. This one's pre-recorded, but the other ones will be live because, as you probably know, Marcin is a very busy man. But he
Yeah.
managed to find the time for us to sit down and talk everything Witcher 1. And that will be the topic for today. We'll be going through the quest with Shawnee and the Grandma, which you might know if you played the game. If not, I highly encourage you to play the game, check it out. And this is the best time because it's 20 years of the studio, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. For
The dude
sure,
looks tired.
So yeah,
Like, this guy looks tired. You can see Cyberpunk really fucked him. Would cry that Blizz can't even do a professional announcement. I cried because of their professional announcement. The reason I hated it was because if you're gonna do a professional announcement, do it professionally, right? Like, have proper announcers there. Do all the B-roll and the announcer voice today only. Do the whole fucking thing, the whole shebang. Go full on. The movie announcement, all that shit. Go for it. What I hated about the Blizzard announcements were they were trying to act as if they, as if they were just sort of chilling with the boys. But they're not really chilling with the boys, right? Because it's all like fucking scripted and shit. Just them trying to act as if, oh, this is not. See the Blizz announcement, BlizzCon? Yes, we're going to be talking about that in a minute. I'm not going to watch the whole thing here. I just sort of wanted to check. I could just probably scan through this. I'll come back when they're doing the Cyberpunk and Witcher 3 things, because I think there's going to be some announcements on that. I don't really think I care about this one. You guys can watch it if you want, but I don't think I care about this one too much. But yeah, I have that. So we'll talk about that right now, actually. Where's my Twitter? Here we go. So over to Twitter. And ladies and gentlemen, we have some announcements and stuff. Seems like Blizzard is planning on bringing back BlizzCon in 2023. Now, I don't know if this is going to be for sort of offline. So, in other words, are they actually going to bring people to Anaheim? Or if it's going to be an online-only affair. It seems Blizzard are planning on bringing back BlizzCon next year after an almost 3-year absence, as Blizzard President Mike Ybarra mentioned while talking to the Los Angeles Times. While talking broadly about the new culture of Blizzard, Ybarra talked about plans. I want to see if they have the actual full article from Mike Ybarra here. They do, indeed. All right, so Blizzard's new boss wants to have fun with games, but first, his company is in crisis. Yeah, of course it's in crisis. Why wouldn't it be in crisis? All right, let's see here. Mike Ybarra is a man chosen to lead in a historic moment. His Blizzard Entertainment has been singled out as a symbol of the male-dominated gaming community's worst impulses, specifically those that include boorish, frat boy-like traits. Go fuck yourself. It's not about frat boy traits. It's just assholes being assholes. It's got nothing to do with anything else. Alleged inequities and harassment at the company were the centerpiece of an ongoing 2021 lawsuit filed by the state of California that painted the firm and its Activision Blizzard parent as paragons of a broken sexist industry. Even Blizzard's attempt at damage control blew up in its face. Ybarra's August 2021 promotion to help right the ship was met with controversy when the first female co-leader of the company left amid reports of unequal pay. Making games is time-consuming, costly, and difficult, but changing a culture, perhaps that's a near impossible task. No doubt. Look, the culture at Blizzard started because no one gave a fuck. And as soon as you start giving a fuck, the culture will change. It's simple as that. not a biased writer, by the way. No, it seems incredibly unbiased, this. No doubt this has impacted people. Ybarra, who was named president this February, says of Blizzard's recent history, it has impacted morale. Ybarra, who calmly answered questions for 45 minutes about Blizzard's reputation and how to change it, says he welcomes the challenge. He's soft-spoken but direct in his words, nodding, smiling, and eager to talk about his game obsessions. He begins a conversation by praising Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge and says the art style of the action genre mashup, Neon White, has him smitten. For now, his non-Blizzard game opinions will have to wait. His company is in a crisis. We're committed to changing our culture, says Ybarra, 47, who has the unenviable task of restoring stature to a firm whose atmosphere was forged long before he joined in 2019. Vlach, how you doing, brother? We've had a tough 2.5 years, Ybarra says. We're listening to our employees. I've always firmly believed that when there's a good culture across teams, creative excellence follows. So I call our culture team Team Zero. Like, all right. Look, I am of the opinion that if you want to make good games, you have to be friends with everyone that works on the game. Developers that are friends will just hang out more and will come up with really cool ideas. And more importantly, they should be friends with the gamers. They should be friends with the people that actually play their game. I don't know if you need a culture team. It feels like a whole lot that could just be done by just having teams work more closely together, you know? Ybarra is eager to talk about said culture team and the new hires leading it, as well as the tweaks and pledges Blizzard has made in his first few months as president. He hopes the new measures will once again make the company worthy of the plaques outside its Irvine headquarters, pledging inclusivity, trust, and personal responsibility, phrases that surround a giant statue of a World of Warcraft orc. At stake, however, is more than whether or not one of the best-known names in gaming, also home to Diablo and Overwatch, can show it understands the meaning of the word maturity. I don't know about any of that. Just being happy about going to work is enough. If you are going in just because you have to, that's when the problem starts. Well, yeah, but that comes with being actual friends with the people that you work with, like getting along with them and understanding what they want. The biggest issue that Blizzard have, in my opinion, is the fact that they keep hiring people that went to university to study game design. When the glory days of World of Warcraft had a bunch of people that never studied game design working there. People like fucking Ian Hazikostas wasn't a game designer. He was a fucking lawyer, right? That got hired because he had a passion for raiding and he had a passion for World of Warcraft in general, and then learned how to actually make the game. And there's plenty of people like that. I don't trust anyone that goes to university to study game design. No, that's a lie. I have faith that a lot of people that go to university to study game design do actually love video games, but I also think that there's a lot of people that go to university for game design that nowadays do it because there's a shit ton of money in video games. It's like a safe bet. It's like the past going to study to be a doctor. You knew that you would have money. You knew that you would be okay because everyone always needs a doctor, and that's sort of what game designs have become now. Look, Los Angeles Times, I will never fucking subscribe to you, so stop bothering me. Can't get an intro job in the game industry without a degree and 2 to 5 years of experience, which in my opinion is wrong. I don't think that's how it should be. But anyways, workplace and popular culture in recent years have been put on blast, spurred in part by the Black Lives Matter and the #MeToo movements. The lawsuit levied at Activision Blizzard is one of the biggest entertainment stories of this young decade. It showed that the gaming industry could no longer operate below the radar of more established Hollywood peers. The case was seen as forcing the game community to have more open discussions about its hiring practices, salaries, once rebellious reputation, sexual harassment, and workplace abuse. Talk about walking into a fire, says Andrew Yurkwitz, an interactive media analyst with investment firm Jefferies, of Ybarra's assignment. Activision Blizzard has at various points been seen as dismissing the allegations, most recently in a mid-June Securities and Exchange Commission filing, in which the company's board of directors stated they found no evidence that executives intentionally ignored or attempted to downplay harassment claims. Such a statement contradicted a bombshell Wall Street Journal report that argued Activision Blizzard's top leader, Bobby Kotick, was aware of egregious sexual harassment allegations, including the protection of an executive whom human resources recommended be terminated. I mean, I don't know what this article is trying to play at. The board of directors did an independent inquiry into their own actions, and the independent inquiry found that they were not guilty. Proof, if proof was ever needed. I don't know why the Los Angeles Times would even write that there. All of these allegations are false. Would they lie? Why would they lie? I mean, if they were gonna lie, wouldn't they just not do an independent assessment of themselves? Of course not. They did the independent assessment of themselves. Most likely, either a wife of one of the executives, or maybe like a son or a brother or like a daughter of one of the executives was leading this charge, and they had like a bunch of overworked people doing it, and they did a good job because they found what we all knew to be true. The executives are not guilty, and they can continue to make millions of dollars because, you know, they're good people. Really, they are. Hey, if you can't get a job doing actual game design, you just become someone who works on scripting, development, or some other job like QA that is adjacent. That's what happened to people I know who actually tried studying game design. Bobby Kotick needs to fuck off. He had probably a link with Epstein, so a child abuser. I don't know about that. Like, I don't know. I don't think everyone that had a link to Epstein is, in fact, a child abuser. I don't even know if everyone that had a link to Epstein knew about Epstein's extracurricular activities. But Bobby Kotick needs to fuck off just on the face of there's no way, and literally there's, okay, never mind. There is only one way the things like what happened at Blizzard Entertainment happens, and the executive board has no idea that it is happening, and that is if the executive board doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. If they're not actually part of their company and they don't actually pay attention. That's the only way things like that could have happened, and you just didn't know about it. They could have been industry leaders in addressing entrenched issues that are industry-wide and not specific to that company, says Carly A. Kukarek, a video game historian and author who is an associate professor of digital humanities and media studies at Illinois Institute of Technology, but they took a more defensive posture. The California Department of Federal Employment... Jesus, this article. When are we getting to Mike Ybarra? Ybarra often steers the conversation to optimistic statements for the future rather than squarely addressing the past, but he's aware that some charges in the lawsuit were already public opinion. For example, a video from a 2010 Blizzard convention that went viral on social media in the wake of the lawsuit. In it, a female fan asked for women in World of Warcraft to not look like they stepped out of a Victoria's Secret catalog. A panel of Blizzard men, including